Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and these are your raw edits of the week 58 as I'm catching up here from the CES trip. 58 was the one with the dog where it was slightly out of focus with the girl, but it was your job to try to make it usable, being that it's the photo that the client wanted. So I picked 33 different images here just to run through things that I liked about them or some critiques about some of them. So in this one, I thought it was a very strong black and white edit. I like the tones, I like the thickness of it. It works pretty well. Maybe a little less thick, pop the exposure just a little bit to brighten it up, but I thought it was good enough. I liked the crop that went along here. Just be very careful that you don't cut off the paws of the dog, just like you won't cut off the paws of a human being. I just thought it was a good crop and not a bad black and white edit either. It's nice and smooth. It's nice and soft. It was a nice job. Here's just a generally nice color edit. Sometimes there wasn't, well, for this one, there wasn't terribly too much that you really needed to do if you wanted to go color with it, because the color was very nice. In this case, it's nice, soft, it's subtle, it really gets the point across, and I think a customer would be happy with it. Then obviously an old world, old school Polaroid style, this is probably what the Polaroid would have looked like, so it's a nice job there, putting it in there and making it work. This was an extreme crop, and I think it definitely works because it shows the dog licking, it shows the person, the color edit is nice. Keep in mind that these are lower res files that we're looking at right now on the screen, so if it doesn't look uber duper duper super duper sharp, it's probably because, oh my god. It's probably because it's a smaller file that I took off the forum. But I like this color, I like this crop, it makes for a nice image. Here's another one again, it's a little rotated, a different color. Just look at the difference in color here that they're pulling out of the raw file. Again, I like the crop. It's a little too tight, I think, and I don't like the angle of rotation. It just looks less natural. It just looks a little painful for me there. Here's a nice color. Another nice color edit. It looks like they rotated. Oh, God. They rotated the background a ton. I didn't even notice that. They straightened out the person, but Jesus, look at the background. It's majorly awkward, so be very, very careful. This is really messing with my eyes running downhill. It's just so awkward that I really want to move on, and oh my God, we went from one awkwardness to this awkwardness. I can't even look at it. They said when you have an out-of-focus picture, might as well go 3D. Here we go. Now we're looking at this. This is extremely like a really gold image. A little too much yellow now that I see it against everything else. But I thought it was a strong edit. Maybe just pulled back slightly on the yellow and it would be less goldy locks and it would work. Here's something I wanted to call out. It says sharpness isn't everything as long as the object in your picture is happy. That's all that matters. I totally disagree with that because if it's out of focus, it's not usable. The way that this image looks right here would not be usable. A client would sit there and go, well, it's not in focus. It's blurry. It's like this. It's like that. So regardless of being the most happy in the photo, I don't think that's strong enough to hold somebody's attention or make them look past the fact that the picture is out of focus. They rotated and they put in teeth on the dog that look human and took the dog's lip, took the tongue off, which was kind of funny. I thought this was funny. I love the creative job done here. Nice job right there. And then you have the reverse side here with the tongue and the dog. A harsher, a really thick edit here. Looks like a vignette was added around the corners to draw you into the image, and it did a nice job there. And then here is your over-the-top pop edit. Very pop culture, Warhol-esque type. It's interesting. I like the work that went into it. It's a little squeezed. I don't know what happened there in terms of the aspect ratio, but I like the thought. I like what's going on here, so nice job. And also, I mean, I don't think I would hang this on my wall. I just think it's totally off the wall to begin with, that it makes it interesting to look at. Very nice edit. This is very normal, very soft. I love the colors. Really works very well. I saw this, and this was a very nice job done with a nice border. But not only is the border nice, but the sepia tone is great, or the split tone is great. The crop, the framing is done extremely well, and the editing is done extremely well. So nice job on that, Kent. This was funny. They did a video of this like on the beach with the dog and the background, and it's not Lost. Maybe they're on Lost because there was a dog on Lost. But I like this. This worked out really, really well. It's almost like they're there, and it's a pretty cool job done right there. Another nice edit. Again, this is pixelated because of the size of the file. Smooth edit, cropped in just a little bit. They cropped out the thing on the left-hand side. That looks very good. And it's just a nice edit. I like it. Rotated slightly. Remember what I said about rotation? They straightened it out, but then the background gets all wonky, which is totally messing with my head. But I like the edit. I like the color. I like the softness of it. Nice job. Here they blew out the background even more, it looks like. They made everything really uber-duper soft except for the person and the hand and everything along those lines. So this is nice too. We have an okay crop here. Now that I look at it again, I like the edit here more than anything. I think the crop is too far to the right. There's too much dead space to the left-hand side, especially with this stuff just laying there. If it came in a little tighter, then it would be a very solid picture with composition. The edit's nice. I just think the composition needs to be worked on a little bit. You've come a long way, baby. This is funny. I don't advocate smoking. I'm not a smoker. I've never smoked a cigarette. That's just me. I just thought that this was very creative with the dog and for an advertisement. So I thought it was fun, and that's why I put it here. But I don't advocate that, smoking. That's just me. Yeah, this was a very cool edit as well. This was, I think, the person's third edit, and it was their off-the-wall extreme one, and I think it works in an interesting manner. I think a client would be very happy to have this on their wall. I think it works out very well. I just love it. I mean, it's not that I just love it. I think it's very interesting that it looks like it's backlit, like the light's coming into the lens and causing this flare and causing it to go white a little bit, and I think it works. Nice job. Another nice one, just another soft edit, and then one that doesn't exist. Same thing with the background. They went a little far taking the background out and blurring it out, that it draws you in, but it just looks so fake that it doesn't make it seem really, really natural. So be careful with the post-production like that. And then they put a fro on the dog. I think that works out pretty well. Hello, I got a fro. I'm licking you. That's right, I barked. I thought this was cool too, taking out just about all the green and leaving just very subtle skin tones. I think it was very interesting. A nice play on that, and I think I really like that. Same thing here, they pulled back on the greens, left just the dog and the person. I think that works out well. Here's something interesting. I think, I like the two black and whites. I would have liked to have seen this with 4 totally different edits going the Warhol way. I think the color edits are done really well, and I do like that. So, in criticism type of sense, I would like to see 4 totally different edits that cover the whole image. I'm not a big fan of the black and white on top of the color and then the color on top of the black and white. I think the image will hold itself, but the color edit and black and white edits are done extremely well. I really like those a lot. This is a nice edit also. I like the pulled back nature of it. It feels good. It's like an old school type of edit, and I like that. Another nice one. This was cool, throwing them in the field with a different background. This actually looks like they're there, laying on the ground, and they're on a hill, and the clouds and everything are in the background. So I like that. Nice creative work. They made it work out very well, and it's good. And is this back to the beginning? And that is back to the beginning. So that is the last one, was a nice cloudy looking one. Nice job on your Raw Edits of the Week number 58. I will be back with Raw Edits of the Week 59 coming soon. If you did not make it this week, that's okay. I go through a lot of these images, and I'm looking for a specific thing that grabs me, and sometimes certain ones are repeats, and I don't want to put them in too many times. So really nice job. There were 44 pages of edits, I believe, this week. Great job there. Can't wait to see what you guys keep coming up with week in and week out, and that's about it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya!